A warm welcome to the Weather Centre, everyone, for an update of your Saturday evening's weather conditions, and we'll take a look ahead to tomorrow as well. First up, our satellite loop, and we see it's quite settled across the country once again today. Some high-level cloud has been passing over Limpopo, Gauteng and Mpumalanga, and there was even a bit of light rain in places early in the day due to some moist air that moved in from the Indian Ocean. Partly cloudy weather has also developed over parts of the Northern Cape and the Northwest Province, while in the south it's remained clear, very hot and dry, as well as along the west coast. Now let's take a look ahead, and we're going to see that high-level cloud continue to pass over the northern parts of South Africa tonight, remaining dry across the rest of South Africa. And as we move into tomorrow, we see lots of moisture starting to move down into the central and western parts, and along with that we'll see thunder showers developing over some parts of the Northern Cape, the Free State and the Northwest Province. Berg winds are expected once again across the southern parts of South Africa, as well as towards the western coastline, where the high temperatures persist. And now, due to this, the South African Weather Service continues to issue a special weather advisory for the heat wave conditions, which will persist into Sunday, but we do expect that heat wave to come to an end by Monday. Rainfall probabilities, and here we see that very slight chance of rain returns later this evening along the eastern escarpment areas of Limpopo, perhaps over the extreme northern parts of the province as well. The rest of South Africa, on the other hand, calm and dry overnight with very light winds expected for most of the interior. A closer look at Cape Town now. It's going to be another very warm evening, a minimum temperature of 20 degrees, light winds in the forecast only up to 10 kilometers per hour, and it's going to be mainly clear and dry for Sunday. Very hot once again at 34 degrees, but we see northerly to northwesterly winds picking up to 25 kilometers per hour later on in the day. Berg wind conditions continue overnight along the western and south coasts of the country, keeping things warm over those areas, and by Sunday afternoon, fresh winds are going to develop along the KwaZulu-Natal coastline. Here we see a weak low pressure system approaching the west coast, bringing in those northwesterly winds, and those winds are heralding the end of the heat wave across that region for Monday. Moving ahead to the minimum temperatures now, and it's going to be a cool night across the central interior, some places dropping below 10 degrees once again, similar for the Eastern Cape interior. Warm near the west coast, 21 degrees for Springbok, and it's going to be a cool evening in Gauteng, temperatures just above 10 degrees in some places. Tomorrow afternoon pushes the temperatures up well above 30 degrees for most of the northern, western and eastern Cape. Similar in KwaZulu-Natal, 30 degrees for Pietermaritzburg, but the Highveld will remain quite cool once again, 22 for Johannesburg and Bethlehem. Monday brings thunder shower activity across much of western South Africa, much cooler with light rain for both Cape Town and George. And on Tuesday, the wet weather will be spreading to the eastern parts of South Africa, thunder showers returning to Gauteng. That's all from the Weather Centre. Goodbye for now.
Know more about your world.
eNCA.com.